everything. Matter of fact, I picked up some of the same old habits that my father had. Coming home raising sad. And that was the type of thing that was the type of thing that I didn't really want to be. But what you see, you learn.
Okay.
And what you learn, you practice. And what you practice, you become. And I learned that over a period of time. That some of the things that I did. Of course, I learned different once I got sober. I thank God for that part of my life. I was made to get some help from the library because I couldn't drive and drink and all that stuff. And my life changed through that. I'm gonna let her talk some.
So for you, what you're most proud about with your marriage is the fact that she stuck with you. I heard you say, and hung in there even during the rough times.
Correct.
Can you just say again what stood out for you?
What stood out the most is the qualities he had before he got into that slump of drinking. You know, he still was a father. He took care of home, you know, and responsibilities, and I wasn't working. And matter of fact, I didn't work until Jennifer, the last kid, was 5 years old. And, you know, he was a good provider.
That's good. Let me ask you, what is a successful relationship to you? And how do you know when you have one?
To me, is the two of you putting together, and that's what happened to us once I got sober. I think we started putting together more. My wife was with me, and she helped me do a lot of the things. She encouraged me to do a lot of the things that I never thought. I never would have I never would have went back to school after high school. If it hadn't been for her. I wouldn't have became an alcohol counselor if it hadn't been for her. Things that, you know, that I did after I got sober, it's all because she, you know, kind of helped me and matter of fact, gave me the courage to do it because I was always a little timid, but people people were one of my things, you know, and she helped bring me out of that thing, and so, and I still believe that today that she's what I need.
That's good.
Mom, what would you say, Tero, that would be the thing that encouraged him with you that encouraged you in your marriage?
Probably, I would say we both were brought up in the church. We knew right from wrong. We had strong parents in church, and there was faith and belief in God, you know, that things would work out. And I think we knew underneath everything else that God was, you know, in our midst, and He was working for us.
Absolutely. So what advice would you give to other couples about, you know, how to have a successful relationship, successful marriage?
To put your trust in God first, and then in each other, and keep the lines of communication open. And be willing to forgive, and show respect for one another.
Okay.
Well, that was good. I say the same. Yeah, I mean, because, you know, if you don't have confidence in each other, or faith in each other, and you don't have faith in God, no way you could do anything. I know we couldn't have been together this long for 56 years if it hadn't been for God, you know, involved in our life. So that's very important. You know.
Awesome. So what do y'all like to do for fun?
I love to travel, and I love to have her with me when I do.
Okay.
That's travel, shopping.
Okay.
Among other things. Going out to eat. We go out to eat more now.
Do you?
That was a time we really liked doing that. And we get him to get up and go now a little bit more. Don't have to be in the kitchen every day.
Okay, yeah. Absolutely.
I say that's a good one because I remember when I didn't like to go in restaurants. That was to eat out and stuff like that. So now I enjoy it. Going out with my wife in the public. That's something I used to didn't like doing. I was a little shy about it. But God is good, you know.
Yeah. Well, let me ask this. Do you guys ever disagree now in your relationship, in your marriage? Do you ever get into arguments at all? If so, what do you argue most about? What do you tend to argue about?
We do argue, but it's not to an extent where it belongs out of proportion.
Sure.
Because one will hush or walk away,
Okay.
and we'll come back later and try, say, well, this is why that was said. And, we try not to go to bed and let nothing settle, without being resolved. I agree.
I try to explain to her what I really meant when sometimes I get upset and angry and I walk away, and then sometimes I say something that I don't have any business saying, and then I have to come back and apologize. But that's the thing that I've learned over a period of time, that if I apologize, I want you to know that I meant that what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make those amends, and then I leave it alone, and it's tough sometimes because I hear things that you say, and I don't make I want to make more out of it, but I just leave it alone.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to do that today. And over a period of time, I'm learning a little bit more. I mean, being together is one of the big things, great things.
But after 56 years, I mean, haven't y'all settled all the arguments?
You would think
Well, yeah, without getting too personal, where do y'all tend to? Where do you tend to kind of butt heads a little bit?
Just disagreeing.
Just disagreeing.
Like his thoughts are not my thoughts,
Okay.
but he want them to be.
Okay.
If I answer yes and it doesn't fit his style, he'll argue that, and I go, but this is me. I'm me and you.
Oh, okay.
Our thoughts are different.
Yeah.
She can raise her voice, and I
can go,
like it.
but I told you, and that's when I'm getting frustrated.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well, they say tone of voice is 38% of your communication, and body language is 55% of your communication.
I believe that.
So how your expressions are and how your tone is has everything to do with how you communicate.
And sometimes she's frown and say something, and I don't like the way it sounds, or the way her voice sounds. I can just say one little thing, and then I told you so. I don't like that.
You don't like that? Okay. So even after 56 years, you still have to work at it.
Yeah, you
completely. No, that's the right.
You never quit working at it.
Okay.
As long as you live, I believe you have to continue to work on it.
Because ultimately, you have two different people. Trying to walk together.
Right.
Through life.
Exactly.
And so it gets difficult at times.
It does.
Okay.
And the long as you together, I think you even grow to be like each other. So much like each other. And you know each other better too. You learn each other better. As long as you be together, because I know some of the things that might hurt her, and I'll back off of it like that. See? And then rather than to keep going at it.
Right.
And I hope it's the same thing with her.
Yeah. Y'all know where your buttons are.
There you go.
So you try not to push them.
But I'm tired of those buttons. Those buttons shouldn't be there. They should be.
They still.
Okay.
I look at it like this: we are human beings.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing you got to realize. No matter how long you live together, you're still two individual human beings.
That's true.
And you
you're
have
gonna have to continue to make those amends as long as you live.
Well, I just have one last question. I like well, it's actually kind of two questions. If you would, Leroy, if you would say, what is it you love most about Tero? And Tero, if you would say, what is it you respect most
Okay.
about Leroy?
Okay.
I'll let you go first.
What do I respect most about Leroy? I respect his ability to handle our household. I respect the fact that he's able to communicate well with the kids, something he couldn't do at one time. And I respect the fact that he's more open to do things, you know, like where he used to just say, I don't want to do it. And he didn't give a reason why, I just don't want to do it. At least I can get an answer and a reason why. You know? And I respect that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Leroy?
Leroy,
What do you
love most?
What I love most about T is she know how to handle the situation for the family. You know, she's a woman who knows how to handle the household goods and the things that around the house. The kids. She know how to handle the kids. She know how to handle the grandkids and all the things that happen around the house. And she bring people together. And she know how to do that real good. And I respect her because I love her, and I believe she loved me after all these years. You know, even though sometimes she say she get a little tough sometimes, but I still believe she loved me, and that's what I respect her for.
Okay. So one last thing, could we get you guys in a little kiss on the camera, just one kiss?
Why not?
Just like you love me.
No.
Thank you.